So hello everyone, how are you guys? So in this video, we will see what is API and what is a REST framework and how to implement REST API in Django, right? So guys, without delay, we will start implementation of DRF, Django REST framework. So first of all, I want to tell you one thing, guys. We have to know about what is API and what is REST. So what is API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. So API is an interface between two applications, right? So suppose we have one project and every project have two ends. First one is a back end and second one is a front end. So who is responsible for communicating? Who is responsible for these two applications talk each other? So API is responsible for talking this application each other. It means API is an interface between two applications, front end and back end, right? So now we'll see what is REST. REST. What is REST and what is meaning of REST? REST stands for representational states transfer. So it is just one style architecture which defines some rules how to write API and how to perform all API and API methods and all requests. Right. So now we have to implement Django, Django REST framework. So now first of all we have to open one idle. I have opened PyCharm. You can go with Visual Studio or anyone other visual idols. Now, so we have to create one project and activate our virtual machine and virtual environment. So you can see here I have already activated my virtual environment, and now we have to first of all we have to pip install Django. By using pip command we can install Django framework. As you know, every time when we create a new virtual environment, that time we have to install Django framework. It's getting installing, guys. Now second step, we have to install Django REST framework. This is a library which is used to implement and performing all REST API in the Django REST framework. Right, guys? So you can see here what I am going to install. I have installed the Django REST framework, and now enter. It's installing, guys. It's installed. If you want to check is these two library installed or not, you can go inside virtual environment and there is one directory inside when we our inside our virtual environment there is one library lib name folder, and inside lib you can check here we have successfully installed. You can see here, guys, the Django REST framework and here REST framework. Yes, guys, this is the REST framework and our Django REST framework. It means we here it means we have successfully installed our two libraries inside a virtual environment. Now close this and let's start our first project. So just I will create one project by using Django admin start project demo project. My project name is demo. Change directory, then create one application Django admin start app app1. Then next step, open the demo project file and setting.py. We have to register our installed application. First application is our app1, second one is a REST framework. This is must, guys, it's important. Without this registration we cannot implement our REST framework in Django, right? Then control S, then close the setting.py file, then close this file. Now open app1, our app1 package, and add two files. First one will be serializer file. This serializer file is responsible for converting Python data, right? Python data into bytestream data. What is the bytestream data? Bytestream data means which is responsible, which is readable by every language. It means backend and frontend. JSON is a message format which is used to store data and retrieve data and forwarding data from one end to another end. We can send data by using JSON. So JSON is cross-site language, right? Cross-site compatible language. So then one more folder we have to add, one more file. It's a URLs file. Now just start designing. First one, I will create one model, employee model, models dot model, then PID equals to models dot model. No guys, model dot integer field we have to implement. Integer field ename equals to models dot char field, max length will be 50. Then eSal models dot float field, right guys? Then I will return string method, string format, self dot eid, then self dot ename, right? Now open serializer.py file and import serializer class from REST framework. Serializer class and import models, which is model, our model is employee model, we have to import it. Then create one class of serializer, employee serializer, employee serializer. We have to inherit it from serializer, but I am going to inherit it from model serializer. So no need to implement create and update method. So I will go with model serializer class. Then create one class, meta class. In meta class, model equals to, what is model name? It's employee. Then fields, we have to add all fields, right guys? All fields underscore underscore all underscore underscore. Then control S. Then move forward. I will open views.py, right guys? So in views.py we have to import from REST framework dot response class from response module. Then from REST framework dot views will go with API view class. API view class. Okay. Then from REST framework import status for our request, status of our request. Then we'll import from dot models import employee. Then from dot serializer we have to import serializer class, right? So what is serializer? Employee serializer. Then inside REST framework we will implement class based view, not any Django function based view. So we'll go with class based view. So first of all I will create one class, employee class, employee detail class. and will inherit it from API view. Then we have to implement some methods. The first method for getting data, we have get method. For post data, we have post method. Then for updating data, we have put method. It's a complete updation. Then we have patch method for only partial updation, and last one is a delete method for delete the particular record. Right, guys? So we will go with the these all methods. First method will be get method. It's compulsory, guys. We have to write this get method. Instead of this get method name, we cannot write any other name. So remember it. It's important. So first method will be get method. Will pass request. Then we create one object. We have to get all data. So we'll create one object and access the all data from our employee class. Employee dot objects dot all. It's a ORM query, guys. You can search all ORM queries in Django. You can go with that. So I'm going with all record. Then I will create one serializer variable and access employee detail employee serializer. We have to import employee serializer, and inside this obj comma main equals to true. It's important because we are returning all records, so main equals true. This parameter is responsible for that. So we have to return a response class. What is important of this class? This class is responsible for converting the all object data and Python class data in JSON, right? This class is responsible. So return serializer dot data comma status. What is status? Status equals to status dot, it's a okay 200, okay, right? Then second method will be post. Then request. Then we have to access. We have to create one serializer. Inside serializer we will create a serializer, employee serializer, and pass the data equals to request dot data, right? Then we check if serializer dot is valid. Then serializer dot save, right? And return. What we have to return? We have to return response. We will return serializer dot data comma status. What is status? Equal to status. Our status will be created. We are going to post data, so it will return create the status of our request. Otherwise return error data comma status equals to status dot bad request, right, guys? So we have implemented two methods. It's a get method, and second one is a post method. It means we can post data and get data. So for that we can check by using URL. So we have to implement URL. So open urls.py file in app1. So first of all import django.urls path. Then from dot views import. What we have to import? We have to import employee detail class. Then create one list URL pattern, and inside this list pass path. What is path? Path is AMP. Then employee detail as view. So as view, in simple Django project, we will use just a method base, right? Method base and function base view. So no need that at that time we no need to write as view. But inside REST API and REST framework, so in DRF we have to write all method as view. It means it's a class, and inside this class there is a one method as view is method. It will return a or URL, right? And then name will be EMP. So right, then open our project level URLs. First one, we have to set path or app one, then include, we have to import, first of all import include function from Django.urls and register app1.urls, right? Then save. Then now uh, first of all make migration, we have to perform make migration, py manage.py make migrations, then perform migrate command. It's important for database. These two commands, it's compulsory. Then run server. It's running, guys. There is no error, and just click on this URL and just open. What is URL? App1 forward slash. What is app level URL? It's EMP, right? Yes, guys. You can see, guys, here we have successfully map our UI, and you can see here, guys, when we perform get method, it's showing empty list. Yes, guys, you can see here it's empty list. So now I want to add data, it means I want to post data. So here is a one, there is a one content field. You can add data in curly bracket. Then what was our field? Eid. Then what is Eid is one. Then ename, what is ename? Ename will be our employee name will be Ajay. Then esal esal will be 50,000, and I have to send data. One second, guys, I will check our attributes and our fields. Yes, right. So I want to post data, I will click on the post. So you can see, guys, here we have successfully post our data by using API, right, guys? So when we click on get data, so right, it return of data in JSON format, right, guys? You can see here ID, name, and salary. So now moving forward, we have to update data and delete data. So just return to our views.py and create one more class, employee info, and inherit it from API view. Just perform get method from and pass ID, because if we want to particular record, so we have to pass ID. So it's important, keep remember, guys, don't forget it. So if there is a no record inside table and in our database, so uh, we have to raise exception. So we have to check if there is a exception or not. So we'll use try and except block, right, guys? So I will put the code which will raise exception, or there is chances of raising exception, I will put it in try block. So I will create one object, and for that import employee.objects.get method. By using get method, we can get a particular record, right, guys? So id equals to id, will pass id equals to id, and then except block, in except block will raise error, right, guys? Will accept and handle our error, not raise error, will handle our raise error, right? So return a employee dot does not exist error, and return a message. What will be the message will be, we'll create one dictionary, and inside the message we'll return not found error. If record will not found, and return response. What will response? Response will be message comma status equals to status dot 404 http underscore 404. It's not found here, right? So if there is no occur any error, so it will not execute a except block and move forward with line number 33. So it's a serializer, and inside serializer will import access serializer and pass object data, obj data, and return. What will return? Return response. It's response. In response, serializer dot data comma status equals to status dot, it return okay, right? So this is the method which is responsible for accessing a particular one record. And in first class there is a one method, get method. This method is responsible for getting all record. And now we have to implement second method. It's a put method. What is use of put method? Put method is used for complete updation. It means we can complete all, we can update all record, and we can implement all record. It means access and update all record, all fields. So we have to write request comma id. So just same like that, we will update uh, all fields from one record. So there is chances of access, there is chances of raising error. If record is not found, we'll go with try and exit block. So we'll create object inside a try block, employee dot object dot get method, and id equals to id. Now handle exception except block by the employee dot does not exist, error does not exist, and return message equals to employee dot no employee. It's a message, so you create one dictionary and in key and value pair. Because why we are using here dictionary? Because it written in JSON format, so JSON format use dictionary, right? Key and value pair. So not found error, not found error. Now just return response. What is response? Response will be message comma then status equals to status dot 404 not found. Otherwise it return serializer class. First of all, create a serializer class, create object of serializer class and pass obj. Then we are going to update data. So update will, the data will be post. It means we are going to insert the data. So we have to use data equals to request dot data, right guys? And check if serializer is valid. So serializer is valid, then save serializer and return response class serializer dot data comma status equals to status dot http reset. What is reset content? It's a 205, right? On otherwise return response serializer dot error message, and status will be bad request. It's a 400, right? It's a put method. So what is use of put method? Put method is used for complete updation of particular record, right? So moving forward, there is one more method named patch method. So we will, so nothing is different between this put and patch method code. Just copy this all line of put method, control C and control V here inside second class, and just change name. Instead of put, it's a patch. And just line number 61, there is a one object of employee serializer class. Just add one parameter there, it will be the partial equals to true. What is meaning of this partial? Partial updation means particular field. No, if we want to change only one field of employee, suppose I want to change employee name, so that time I will go with patch method. It's a partial equal to true. Now, and the last method is delete method. So def delete, like same as, will pass request, then we'll add id, then raise exception, create one object, employee dot objects dot get method. What is get method? Get method is for returning a particular record. It return what? It return object, right guys, instead of query set. So handle exception, employee dot does not exist record, right? And return message equals to message. What is message? Message will be not found yet. Then return this response, message comma status equals to, what is status? Status will be http 4 not 4. And if there is a record found in record, in when we send request for delete the record, that time it no need to accept, it will not execute exit block, then execute object dot delete method. This method will be delete our all record and return response. Inside response will return one dictionary. First parameter will be message. What is message? Message will be deleted. If we delete a record, so it will return deleted. And status, what is status? Will be status will be status dot, it's a no content. When we delete record, that time the status of our request will be no content. Then control yes. Now guys, I will tell you one API testing tool. There is a one tool named Postman. So if you don't know about Postman, you can search, and you can watch my one more video. I have created one more video on Postman. The Postman is a tool which is used for testing our API. Is our API is working and working properly, or our all API request working properly or not? We can change. So we can check all request. So now I will tell you how to perform get method, post method, put, patch and delete. So first of all, I will close all these windows. No second guys. So I have closed all window and opened only one window. What is our URL? Our URL is app1 forward slash emp, right? And then forward slash. First of all, we'll get data. Let's send request. We can see here guys, it written the data in JSON format. You can see here JSON format data. So no need to change. And our status of our API is 200. okay, right guys? So now I want to put it, I want to add data, one more data, by using post method. So first of all, set here post method, and inside body will add raw, and in raw will add the field. What is the field? It's a second record. It's a eid 2 comma ename. Ename will be Vijay. Then ESL will be 55,000, right? And send request, right guys? Just send it. So you can see here we have successfully created and post data in our database by using post method in REST API. So status is 201 created, right? So now we'll get a particular data, right guys? we want to get particular data. So I want to get only one record. So I will change request, get request, and will return only one record. So what is our what is our id is 1. So add in url bar id and forward slash after the emp url, right? And send request. So something is wrong, guys. 1 second. What is error? So it's so we have, oh, so sorry, guys. So we have to add one more url. So just add one more url in path, in app level urls. So open path and then emp forward slash int id, then forward slash comma. What is second class? Second class is emp info, right? Just import it and as view, and then now we'll send request. Open or postman and send request. You can see, guys, here I have retrieved only one record by using get method. So now I want to update. It means I want to update record. It's a put method. By using put method we can update complete updates. We can perform the complete updation. So now I want to update record 1, record 2, and in record 2 I will update, instead of Vijay I will add Sanjay, right? And then just change request, it will be the put, and send. You can see, guys, here we have successfully perform our put method. By using put method we have updated our ename equals to Sanjay from Vijay, right, guys? So now moving forward we have to implement next method. What is next method? Our next method is patch method. What is use of patch method? Patch method is used for partial updation. It means we can update, and we can update only one record of particular record. It means suppose I want to change only one record. I want to change e-salary. So I will delete all fields and just write ESAL. ESAL will be so my ESAL was 55,000, right? So I will change it, instead of 55,000 to 60,000, and send request. So you can see, guys, so we have successfully implemented our patch method, right, guys? So till now we have implemented get method, then post method, then put, then patch, and now last one is a delete method. So now for a delete method we have to delete a particular record. We can delete only one record at a time. So for that I want to delete number 2 record. So just set path and just set url to record number 2 and change the request delete, and now it will none and send data. After send request, now you can see, guys, what is the status of our request. The status of our request is deleted. It means we have successfully deleted a particular record, and thus the status of our request is it's a 204 no content, right? So guys, I hope you have got everything. So how to implement API, and how to implement REST API in Django framework. And now I will break my server. And so guys, it's over. It's we have implemented all methods. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope uh, you have enjoyed this video. uh, then like my channel and subscribe my channel and like my video. So Thank you, guys.